handsome figure of Lieutenant Cantrell trotting through the woods. Suddenly, he's confronted by a mangy, disease-ridden Confederate soldier. This is Uriah Lubbock.
No, that's wrong.
Lubbock? That's a classic Civil War name.
Yeah, but he's behind enemy lines. He's not gonna stand out in the open and wait to get his head blown off. See if this works. Scene 1, a forest. The camera pans down to reveal the dashing, handsome figure of Lieutenant Cantrell, a cavalry officer of the highest caliber. As he approaches, the mangy, maimed, disease-ridden figure of Uriah Lubbock limps out from behind a tree. Cantrell draws up his horse and says,
"What ho? Who goes there?"
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What ho? Who goes there? Doog, this ain't Hamlet. This is modern lingo.
So what do you prefer, back off, dude?
Now don't get touchy.
Well, Vinny, this is my idea.
Doog, look, everybody's got an idea. I mean, a guy who blows the leaves off your driveway, he's got an idea. What you need is someone with the cinematic training to help you execute it. Now, that's the whole point of this collaboration.
Okay. Okay, so what's the line?
They stare at each other for a beat. And then... Oh! I got it. Lubbock says, "Oh my God, it's my brother."
I am not writing that down.
Come on, it's a Civil War. It happened all the time. Little brother against brother.
Vinny, you're taking a perfectly good idea. You're turning it into some sappy melodrama. I mean, who are you going to cast, Joan Collins?
It's a great twist. Would you just stay with me on this? Come on. He stares at Lubbock in disbelief.
Can you blame him?
Uriah? Who could have imagined it? Two boys who played side by side at their mother's knee, and now we find ourselves mortal enemies? Their eyes meet for a moment, uncertain how to react to this strange twist of fate. And then... war is hell.
wants you to stay off that foot for a few days, Mrs. Murphy. Curly, wrap Mrs. Murphy's foot and give her a cold pack to take home.
Bay 4's next. He's got throbbing in his ear and some hearing loss.
Marvin Thompson, perforated eardrum. I put him on Keflex.
You're on a roll this morning.
Call me Dr. Dynamo.
Bay 3, abdominal pains and headaches. This way, Ray.
Mrs. Moran, I am Dr. Howser.
Am I getting older or are the doctors getting younger?
Okay, let's see what we've got here. You've been experiencing abdominal pains and headaches. Your family physician diagnosed a peptic ulcer or possibly gastroenteritis and prescribed antacid.
That was a week ago, and I still don't feel any better. I was supposed to take my grandchildren to Disneyland today.
Well, sometimes an illness can fool even the best of us, but don't you worry. We're going to admit you, get you a thorough workup, GI series, CAT scan, the works. You'll be barreling down Splash Mountain before you know it.
I was wondering if it could be an allergy or something. When I was a child,
That's something we go into in a later stage. Believe me, we've got machines that can discover things about you you don't know about yourself. Next.
Dr. Lee Allen, 5th floor nurse.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Sultan of Surgery, the doyen of diagnostics, Dr. Douglas Howser.
Hello, son.
Do you know how many patients I saw today? 28. I beat my old record by 5. I mean, I was kicking some major medical butt.
I don't think I work up that many patients in a week.
Well, yeah, but that's just you, Dad.
Excuse me?
No, I'm just saying you prefer the old pedestrian method. You know, so how are the kids and everything approach?
Is that bad medicine?
Yeah, don't get defensive. I'm sure the patients love it. I'm just saying it's a little old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned?
Try to think of it as a compliment, David.
Well, he makes it sound like they pay me in chickens or quilts.
Well, Mrs. Carson did give you that ham.
It was Christmas.
Dad, it's okay. We're both part of the same team. We're like pilots. There are top guns, and there are crop dusters, who both serve an important function.
Let me tell you something, mister. I might be a crop duster, but I learned my trade before you could tie your shoelaces. And I learned to rely on this. Not a lot of high-tech machines. In my opinion, our profession could do with a few less top guns.
What did I say?
Oh, it's hard to know where to start.
Hi, Ron. She's getting worse, huh? Well, looking at the test results, my best guess is cholecystitis. Look, let's hold off on any pain until we're sure. And schedule a gallbladder ultrasound. Thanks.
Butcher.
I just made a few notes.
A few notes? You changed practically every word we wrote.
I thought this was supposed to be a collaboration. We trade ideas, listen to each other's input.
Well, your input stinks.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You don't respect my talent.
No, that's not it. I don't think you have talent.
Look, I am very creative. Doctors are incredibly creative. Chekhov was a doctor. Keats was a doctor.
Never heard of him.
Just my point. You are an ignoramus.
Hey, I don't have to take that from you, Howser. You're fired.
You can't fire me. That's my screenplay. I'm firing you.
What? If you knew anything about the industry, you'd know that writers don't fire anybody. They're totally powerless.
Fine, I'll take that back.
Fine. You know, this is so typical of you, Howser. You think you know everything about everything. Well, I got news for you. As a screenwriter, you make a great doctor.
Scene 1. A forest. The camera pans down. No. Pans up. Yeah, pans up. That's a lot better. To find Lieutenant Cantrell trotting trotting
Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I surrender.
Lay down your arms. I meant your weapon.
Think I'd be out here shivering in the bushes if I had a weapon?
You're a long way from the front line, soldier. What's your regiment?
Don't know, sir. 4th Light Mounted something or other. Basically, they're just a bunch of guys in gray who all play harmonica really badly.
Well, I'm taking you to the field hospital in Ridgeville. You'll be held prisoner there. How'd you lose your leg?
Oh, my God. Well, I had it in Richmond. Then we marched north. I definitely had it then. Damn it, I knew I should have joined the artillery.
Take this list over to supplies, Schofield. Right away, sir. Smith, come with me. Help me with this threat.
Look what we got here. A lousy rebel.
Hi. How you doing?
You scum.
3 cheers for honest leg.
You ain't fit to lick Mr. Lincoln boot.
Sir, before you hand me over, I could slip into something blue.
What kind of soldier are you?
Really bad one, sir.
Sir? Excuse me. I assume you're Lieutenant Cantrell, the new surgeon.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Mrs. Billings, wife of the senior medical officer. I'm helping out here. We're so short-handed.
May I say, you're a vision. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I found him in the woods.
Oh, but you're wounded. Does it hurt?
Well, only when I walk. Perhaps you could just carry me to a bed.
Lieutenant Cantrell, I'm Nurse Higginson. Welcome to Bridgeville, sir.
Thank you.
Can somebody help me? Lay back.
Doctor! Doctor!
What's the matter, soldier?
I got the runs real bad, Doc.
You contracted dysentery. There's been an outbreak in camp. I'll get the nurse to give you some salts. Nurse! Nurse! Try and get this down yourself. I'll check on you as soon as I can.
Sir, I think I could use some of that. My belly feels like lead.
Give this man those salts when you're done. Stay right there.
Doctor, can you help me?
Easy, soldier.
Did you ever notice how sociable flies are, sir? Sir.
What's the matter, soldier?
Sir, I have pains in my belly and my head aches.
Well, I'll get a nurse to give you some salts. Just try to...
Hey, Cantrell. Earl Billings, Senior Medical Officer.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Well, I'm delighted you're with us, Cantrell. Your report says that you're quite a dynamo.
Yes, well, I've already seen 9 patients. I should be able to cover the rest of the ward in a half an hour, unless I come across something I can't handle.
Who's this man?
No, another dysentery case. I'd say fully half the men in the camp have come down with it.
What's your name, soldier?
Dawson, sir.
Got a family, Dawson?
Yes, sir. Wife and 4 kids back in Massachusetts.
Sir, they're bringing in more wounded.
I'm well aware of that, Lieutenant. Massachusetts, you say? Which regiment?
54th, sir. We just saw our first action at Fort Wagner.
Oh, that's a long way from here.
120 miles. So marched every inch on foot. Wore clean through a pair of boots.
Are these yours?
Yes, sir.
This man is developing gangrene. Nurse!
Yes?
I need forceps, a scalpel, and a dressing.
Right away, sir.
Well, Lieutenant, due to your impatience, this man almost lost his foot. Maybe even his life.
But I'm a good doctor.
I'll have to file a report, of course. There may be a court martial.
He's guilty, sir. Just leave him in here alone with us for a few minutes.
We'll take care of him.
We'll teach him a lesson he won't soon forget.
Colonel, please, do something.
Sorry, I have crops to dust.
Let's get him.
Hi, Mrs. Moran.
So, do you know me better than I know myself?
I'm sorry?
My tests.
Oh, those. Why don't you tell me a little about yourself first?
Well, I told you I have these stomach cramps, and...
No. I mean, tell me what's going on in your life. Have you and your husband done anything special over the past few months? Taken a trip or anything?
No. The last vacation we had was Hawaii about a year ago. Then my mother died, and we had to deal with that.
That must have been a very stressful time.
Well, she led a good, long life. Actually, the hardest part was going through all her things. My mother was a real pack rat.
Me too.
I only had a weakness for one thing in that house. This beautiful set of dishes my parents bought on their honeymoon in Portugal.
Oh, you mean that very colorful rustic pottery?
Yeah, that's it. Mom being Mom, she'd only bring it out at Thanksgiving. But now we eat on it every day. I say life's short. What's the point of having beautiful things if you don't make the most of them?
And now you're having abdominal pains.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got right off the track.
No, Mrs. Moran. I think you may be right on target. Hi, Dad.
Well, if it isn't Baron von Howser, dropping by to refuel.
How was work?
Oh, I saw a few patients. Mr. Fordham gave me a very sturdy mule, should see me through the spring.
Okay.
How many patients did you see today? Did you get into triple digits?
Actually, I got hung up on just one. Very tricky case. The symptoms mimicked a lot of things. But I had to employ a very advanced scientific approach to make the diagnosis.
What was that?
I sat down on her bed and asked her about her family. Eventually, she got around to telling me about these dishes from Portugal that they'd been using.
Lead poisoning. Glaze hadn't been fired at a high enough temperature. Does this mean that you're regressing in your old age?
Dad, I'm sorry about what I said. About the crop duster and stuff. I was being a jerk.
Well, you're just guilty of a little youthful arrogance.
I guess.
Hippocrates made a point of writing down his mistakes, never his successes. So if you're in the habit of acknowledging your errors and benefiting from them, you're in good company. Son, take it from an old pro. You're a fine doctor.
Thanks, Colonel.
Don't get mad.
I'm very calm. What are you doing?
Well, I decided to take another look at your changes, and, well, I'm kind of warming to them.
I thought I didn't have any talent.
Oh, no, I definitely see promise. Hey, I particularly like what you did with Lubbock. Now, there's a guy who can work a room.
Well, I wanted to make him as multifaceted as possible.
Yeah, well, I saw him in a whole new light. Hey, in fact, I added a facet or two myself. See what you think. Interior field tent. Lubbock is lying in bed.
Are you feeling any better, Corporal Lubbock?
Please. Uriah.
Well, then you may call me Constance.
What a beautiful name.
It's from the Latin, meaning firmness.
What a coincidence. I'm Latin. That's genuine cedar, you know. Keeps away the moths. My experience don't pay to skimp on limb lumber.
You know, I have a terrible weakness for short men in uniform.
Well, I ain't getting any taller.
Whoa, stop. She's sandpapering his leg?
It's a very erotic image, don't you think? As far as I know, it's never been done before.
There's a reason for that, Benny.
It's too French.
Would you just get out of here?